Democrats are so desperate for new ideas that Hakeem Jeffries, Timu Obama, wants to turn Zohran Mamdani's campaign promises into actual plans for Democrats. Think about that. The guy hasn't even won an election yet, and top Democrats are already trying to turn his radical plans into action. Listen to Jeffries rave about his pal Zohran.
The Assemblyman has actually spoken pretty forcefully and strongly about the need to deal with affordability in the city of New York. Of course, we've got to figure out moving forward how we turn proposals into actual plans so that he is successful if he becomes the next mayor.
Okay, gotcha. Socialism. It's so, these Democrats are so stupid. They're so dumb. They're protecting illegals. They say, don't clean up D.C. with a crime. And now let's turn to socialism. Just wait till you get socialism in New York. Just wait. Another radical Democrat, Brandon Johnson, wants Chicago residents to, quote, rise up against Donald Trump if he decides to act on the city's crime epidemic. Listen to this guy.
And so, look, we're going to remain firm. We'll take legal action. But the people in this city are accustomed to rising up against tyranny. And if that's necessary, I believe that the people of Chicago will stand firm alongside of me as I work every single day to protect the people of this city.
Tell you what, let's go Brandon Johnson. Just clean it up. Put some cops on the street. Put some cops in the west and southern neighborhoods. I grew up there. It was tough then. It's a war zone now. Chirac, we call it now. Give me a break. Clean it up, and you won't need national troops cleaning it up for you, moron. Or get another mayor. Adam Schiff is an expert at absolutely nothing. I'm sorry. Well, he's actually an expert at manufacturing narratives that lead to hoaxes and lies. He's now accusing Trump of doing the same thing. Listen to this hypocritical theory from Shifty Pencil Neck Schiff.
Adam Schiff has engaged in a sustained pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Adam Schiff said that his primary residence was in Maryland to get a cheaper mortgage and rip off America when he must live in California because he was a congressman from California. Now, the government mortgage company, Fannie Mae, says you're, quote, engaged in a sustained pattern of possible occupancy misrepresentation on several loans. Are these allegations true? How do you respond to them?
They're patently false, and the president knows it. In the housing agency, president's person, Pulte, knows it. He's essentially doing the president's bidding against me, against Letitia James, against this person on the Federal Reserve. Mortgage is their new weapon to go after their critics.
So we know Letitia James filled out her application for the mortgage with lies. That's fraud, okay? We know she did. We're waiting to see your application, Adam. And when we do see it, and if you do claim that your primary residence is D.C. when your primary residence is California, you're going to get dinged too. I don't know if you're going to jail. We'd love to see some perp walks. I just don't believe D.C.'s ready to perp walk their own. I wish they would. I don't care if it's Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, doesn't matter. Perp walk them if they lie, cheat, steal, abuse the system. I wish we'd see some perp walks. These guys, Letitia James is a great one. She's not federal. She's New York's Attorney General. But perp walk this SOB if he did it too. Okay, really, it's a lie? Okay, let's take a look at your applications. We'll find out what's truth or not. The woke mind virus truly knows no bounds. Listen to this liberal rant about men in women's sports. She thinks that if your daughter doesn't want to compete against men, she shouldn't be playing sports at all. Listen.
If your daughter doesn't want to compete against trans women in sports, maybe your daughter just shouldn't play sports. Ever thought about that? Maybe she just doesn't have that competitive spirit. Maybe she's just mediocre. Maybe she's not that good. Because you know what? There are cis women that beat out the boys every single freaking day. So if your daughter is making all of these excuses because she thinks that a trans woman has biological advantages over her, which is probably brainwashing that you cause. If she's complaining about the biological advantages that trans women have, she's going to complain about the biological advantages that cis women have, okay? What if there's a cis girl on her team that's 6 feet tall? Is she going to complain? What if there's a cis girl on her team that has extra large feet and so has great balance? Is she going to complain?
Mad Dog. You the voice of God working?
Yes, sir.
How did she do in sports in high school?
I don't think she did good in sports.
Not very good, right? How would I don't know, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark do in the NBA. Not so good. Right? Yeah, I think she's nuts. That lady's nuts, and it's pathetic. Some of these young girls work their whole lives. They get up at 4 a.m. sometimes to go skate or to go into the gym for gymnastics, and they get to a level and they want to compete against other people fairly, not dudes. The hell is wrong with these people? I mean, you really want to open it up that way? There'll be no LPGA. There'll be no WNBA. If you really want to, men will dominate sports across the board. And then you lunatics on the left will say, how come all the men are dominating all the sports? Give us a chance. Shut up. Unfortunately, for the they-them community, nobody's paying off their student loans anymore. Nobody. So their pointless degrees that qualify them for virtually zero jobs are good for nothing more than maybe a decent laugh. Listen to this mega liberal explain her college education.
Hi, I'm the Scout. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm an interdisciplinary major at UBC. I'm in my last semester. My primary thematic focus is decolonizing academia and public knowledge systems, and my secondary thematic focus is biocultural and linguistic futurity.
For those who don't know what that means, can you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, basically what I focus on is the promises that the institution has made and also the emergence of indigenous ways of knowing and being across the disciplines, and I feature in a lot of stuff like language revitalization, or the emergent vitality of languages rather, and just kind of a bunch of stuff. I've taken courses in over 20 departments, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, man, Doug. While we talk about this for a second, see if you can find one of our all-time favorite videos, They, Them Energy. Remember that song, They, Them? Is that the same? If it's not the same person, it might as well, because they look exactly like. Anyway, so this long-winded degree of their gender fluidity, major doctorate, whatever the hell it's good for a job at Starbucks at best, and checking to see if my parking meter's expired at worst. Man, do we have the They, Them Energy song, lady?
I think I do.
Let's see if we can find that, because I play it if you can. Holy.
They, them, energy. 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 They, them, energy.
Oh, you get that little thing at the end, that little hip thing at the end. That's the best part of it, man. Well done. Well done, control room. Kamala Harris, clearly staying busy. Take a look at this terrible TikTok she made to promote the new book that I'm guessing, knows absolutely zero about what's in it.
Okay, I almost forgot these. Let me make some room. Actually, I think I have everything I need.
I honestly can't think of anything I want to do less than go listen to Kamala Harris on her book tour in all those cities. I pray, I just hope we have cameras in some of those arenas when no one shows up. And then when she's spewing those stupid word salads, this will prove to her she should not run in 2028. Wes Moore went on MSNBC, told the truth about crime in his state, Baltimore, Maryland. The city of Baltimore itself once had over 900,000 residents. Today, that number is under 600,000 residents. Do the math. It's about a 35% decrease. Listen to Moore talk about what crime has done to his state's major city.
But first, I just want to ask you, just in general, what historically has been Baltimore's greatest challenge? Why has Baltimore had a crime problem over the past 3-4 decades?
Well, I think oftentimes Baltimore's had a neglect problem. And I think about Baltimore used to be a city of 920,000 people. Baltimore is now a city of just under 600,000. In fact, if you look at the past few decades, Baltimore's had one of the most precipitous drops in population that we have seen in our country, with the exception of Cleveland and Detroit. But let's also remember this. There's a legacy of Baltimore.
So another guy who likely will run for president, at least he'll start. Remember, Trump in 2016 ran against 17 others, so 18 total Republicans in 2016. So the field will be very, very large on the Democrat side. We know Newsom, we know AOC, we know Jazzy Jasmine Crockett, I think Wes Moore. I believe Mayor Pete Buttigieg will be one of the finalists one of the last 2 or 3, maybe even the one when it comes to it. He's military service. He's got everything they love on the left. All right, so Wes Moore, likely another one. He's sounding a little centrist right there. Remember, when you run for president, you start in the middle. You tack to the middle you start wide, your nomination, then you tack to the middle. So he's going to start a little bit in the middle right now. He'll get firmer. He'll get more Democrat. He'll get more liberal, progressive as time goes. But right now, you start wide and tack into the middle. All right, folks, something coming. You know what it is? You have any idea what it is? If you do know what this is, someone got close on one of the calls I listened to over the weekend. I listened to all of them, your voicemails, 888-610-0032. I listened to them all. Someone got very close. See if you can figure it out.
The fire doesn't destroy you, it forges you. I've lived where the heat never stops. Pro baseball fields, open outcry pits, and the anchor chair. Pressure isn't the enemy, it's the test. Only the strong withstand it. Only the ready rise through it. The Edge isn't just a brand, it's the spark in men who've been holding back too long. September, The Edge is coming.